Hello, welcome to Worthy Wednesday. I'm your host, Karee. Y'all, it's late. It's after 10 in my house, but it's also summer break. And so today I had a few other things that were a little bit more pressing. I couldn't get away from them in order to get to you at a decent time. But welcome to Worthy Wednesday, y'all. I only want to talk for like 10 minutes because I think I want to do justice to this. And I think I'm probably going to talk about it for 3 weeks. So I am going to just start at the beginning and just give you the homework that you're going to need to do. And by you, I mean me. Okay. But you are welcome to participate. We have been talking all of 2025, everyday miracles. And I think some of the things that we have learned have positioned us to be in a place to really start to analyze, as we are now in the sixth month of the year, what miracles really look like and how do I see them, participate in them, enjoy them, receive them, and become them in every day. But y'all, I have had some very challenging conversations in my life over the last 2 or 3 weeks from different people that I have worked with, people in my family, people that I have made acquaintances with, and just one recurring theme keeps coming up. And I honestly feel like I can't really talk about it because I'm like, I think my entire adult life I have been using this word incorrectly. So I think this thing becomes a part of miracles and it's a requirement of miracles. But I feel like what's more important is that we take a sidebar for just a minute and talk about it. And so I want to talk about it, and then I want us to talk about it, how it relates to miracles. But the thing I want to talk about tonight is trust. Now, I want you to tell me, well, yourself right now, what trust is. Like, and I personally, I pride myself on knowing a lot of words because I like to be loquacious, which means to talk a lot. So I love the dictionary. I love to learn new things. I love to learn new words, new phrases, idioms, whatever, because I think it's lit. Like, the more words you know, the better, because then you can say stuff that people have no idea. All puns intended. But anyway, I really thought that I knew what the word trust meant. And today specifically, I probably spent about 30 minutes reading the definition of trust in like every dictionary there is. I started at Merriam-Webster. I went to Oxford. I went to Cambridge. Like, you guys, I think we've been using the word trust wrong. Okay, and I think we are abusing a word that we require of people so much, but we have no idea what we're really asking them, or no idea what we are requiring of them when we tell them, I have to trust you. Like, I don't even know how this is possible at this stage in my life that I have misused this word, even though I've looked up the definition several times. But anyway, okay, so first of all, you know that words have different parts of speech. So trust can be a verb and trust can also be a noun. So how most people use trust is as a verb only. Like, I have to be able to trust you, meaning that your actions, your behavior, your speech, your conduct has to provide to me some sense of credibility in order for me to continue in a relationship with you. Okay, we always use it as a verb. Trust, if I need trust from you, you need trust from me, meaning it's action, right? Okay. So I feel like we might talk about that the next time we get together, but specifically, I want to talk about what trust is as a noun. Okay. A noun, as you know, in the parts of speech, that means it is the main idea. It is a person, a place, a thing, or a main idea. Okay. So when I'm talking about a sentence, I'm talking about trust is the subject. Everything in that sentence relates to, points back to, requires me to understand that the main idea, the subject of that sentence is trust. Now, y'all, what I'm about to tell you in the definition of trust has really shaken my belief system about what I am requiring of people for action versus what I'm requiring of them as it being the main thing. See, when you want to trust someone, you are making that the main thing. Like, you're saying everything else about our relationship revolves around trust. Okay? But when you say that you trust someone, you're saying everything about their actions, their behaviors towards me will cause me to trust them. Okay. Okay. Okay, just play it back 10 times. Okay, so let's talk about what trust is as a noun. Trust as a noun is assured reliance on the character, the ability, the strength, or the truth of someone or something. When you tell people that you can be trusted, when you say, I am trustworthy, you are telling them that without a doubt, they can rely on your character, on your ability, on your strength, or the truth of what you do or say as an individual. Y'all, is that true? Like, you don't even have to look at it in relationship to other people. You need to discover tonight, are you really a person of trust? Can I tell people that the main idea of who I am is someone on which you can rely? First of all, let's just think about the brevity of that word. Do you understand when you say that people can rely on you, that means when they cannot show up, you can. When they cannot commit, you can. When they cannot pay, you pay. When they cannot have the emotional intelligence or the emotional bandwidth, you have it. Reliance on someone else means my strength, my character, my ability is not needed because this person, I can put all of what I do not have, lack, or am missing onto them, and they will supply everything that is needed for this situation. Okay, I need you guys to think about this. If you have ever said that you can trust me, you were telling someone with assurance, that means no doubt. You were telling them that they can rely on your character. That means you're not going to talk funny to somebody. That means you're not going to say a curse word, and you shouldn't. It means your character can keep you in a situation where other people falter. You are also telling them that your ability, you never speak outside of what you're actually able to do. You never use words to be aloof or give the illusion that you could do something. Your actual present ability. You make no excuses. You perform at the level that you are able. Your strength. I do not try to pretend that I'm strong when I'm not. I do not try to give the illusion that I could actually show up and do what you're asking me to do when I really don't have the strength to do it. Strength means the fortitude, right? You have the fortitude, oh my God, of mind, right? Strength is the fortitude of mind and ability to do something and perform. And then the last part of truth is the truth. Y'all, Truth. You are in the middle. Truth requires that you tell the truth. You don't tell the truth according to what you want. You tell the truth because it is the absolute unequivocal truth. I don't make an excuse. I don't add or subtract or enhance or embellish. I tell the truth if it hurts. Because the only way that I can be a person of trust is that all of these things must be intact. Okay, y'all, I am telling you right now that I have never, in my short time on this earth, ever thought about trust being the main thing, ever. I've always assumed that trust is only action. But to be a person of trust is to be a person where other people can assuredly, without hesitation, rely on my character, on my ability, on my strength, and on the truth of who I am. Okay, I need you to think about this tonight and tomorrow and the next day and until I see you again. Am I a person of trust? See, sometimes we separate in a definition, we take the parts that we like. Yeah, no one does this. It's fine. Just me. I do this. Like, you know, like when you find your favorite Bible verse, but you only quote the part you like because the other part convicts you, because that's the kind of attitude you have. Anyway, I digress. Like, you only tell certain parts of the story, the parts that make you look good, because you don't want to tell the other parts, because that shows that you're actually human and you really have weakness and you have to improve and grow and do the work. Anyway, but can you really find out? And the only way that you're going to find out is by looking at that beautiful, worthy woman that is full of value and virtue, and ask yourself, am I a person of trust? Am I a person that people can rely on my character? Like, first of all, if you just think about your character, how many times have you rolled your eyes and you thought, dang, I wish I wouldn't have done that? It's not because you said anything, but my character is judged differently or perceived as if I am not pleased with something, or I don't like this particular person, or I'm having a reaction to something. But your character has to be solid. Like, you have to be consistent in who you are, in what you believe, in the words that you speak, in the actions that you do. Y'all, okay, first of all, we might all just be stuck at character. Can my character be consistent? I don't know. We teach it to our children. We teach it to our students that your character will take you places and keep you places that talent cannot keep. We tell them all the time. It's who you are when no one's watching. That's who you are all the time. That's truly your character, because we can pretend, whoa, which is also part of the definition. But I need to know that we are not pretending as worthy women. Can someone rely on my ability? Am I telling people I can do things that I really can't? Am I saying that I am skilled in an area and I'm really not skilled? Am I saying that I'm proficient in a language and I'm not proficient at all? Am I saying that I have a skill set that I don't really have because I really want to get this job, but I might just tell this lie because I really want to get this job? What does my ability really show people? My true ability will showcase the third part of the definition of being a person of trust is my strength. My character, my ability speaks to the strength of who I am as a person. But if I have character flaws, and I certainly overspeak about my ability, the strength of who I am is weak. Because I have no strength if I don't have good ability and I don't have honest character, because who am I pretending to be? Y'all, and then finally, the truth. See, I feel like in the society that we live in now, people have, you know, an idea that I will speak my truth, whatever is accommodating to me, right? Whatever is accommodating to me, that is my truth, because that is how I want to be perceived. That is how I want people to understand me. But trust, when I went further to the lexicon of the word, like how it was actually the origin of it and how it came to be, it went on to say that truth means those universal principles that cannot be denied. Okay, this is really just for me. If you don't speak the truth, what are you doing? Some people use the truth as a weapon, and you shouldn't use it as a weapon. The truth is designed to create a level of intensity in a sense that you have to examine your behavior. That's the purpose of the truth. If someone says, Kari, your attitude was, it wasn't as pleasant, that is not an attack on my character. That is an ability for me to step back and say, is that true? True meaning, did I do something that caused other people to question if I'm a trust type of person? See, these are the thoughts I started having when I was listening and thinking about all of these things over my adult life. Trust is like, dude, do you know how many books there are? A lot. I Googled it. Okay. Do you know how many theories there are in psychology about the psychology of trust and why we have it and why we do it and all these things? But in psychology specifically, I can tell you this because I studied it. We always look at trust as a verb, never as the main idea. So, worthy women, I need you to go become a person of trust. I need you to be I need trust to be who you are. That someone or something can rest assured, like they don't hesitate, that their reliance on the character of you, the ability of you, the strength of you, or truth of who you are is good. I learned today that I can't really use the word trust anymore the way that I was using it prior to today. Because I have assigned action when I needed to be assigning main idea. And in order to know if someone is a person of trust, you have to be that first. Y'all, I am literally, I'm just like, what is happening in my life right now? Sometimes I feel like I learn things and then it comes in a different location and I'm just like, I thought I learned this already. I thought I had already examined all these facets in my life. And I'm here to tell you, you are constantly learning and constantly examining. But tonight, I want you to think that trust is a noun and I need it to be the main idea of who I am. I don't need to try to figure out if other people are people of trust if I am not a person of trust. So tonight I want you to really think about this, because I literally am only going to talk about this until we understand that we have required of people something that we are not living. I am demanding people to be accountable, to have good character, to tell the truth, and I don't even do it. And then we have the audacity, and I'm not saying you have ever done this, but we have the audacity to accuse people of being non-trustworthy. And the only way they can be that is because we are non-trust. I am not accusing someone of a character flaw without knowing I too have that same character flaw. But we take trust and use it as a position of elite status, of elite presence, to say to other people, oh, you're not this kind of person. And in reality, neither are you. Y'all, I feel like it is an attack on myself tonight. This is really an attack on myself, because I said, how can 4 pillars that can define your life in real life, how can 4 things define a person of trust? Well, they are character, ability, strength, and truth. And if someone cannot say they can without a doubt rely on my character, on my ability, on my strength, or on me telling the truth, why should they have confidence in me? And if I am not living as a person of trust, how can I ever accuse someone else of being not trustworthy? Y'all, okay. Anyway, I'm probably going to stay up longer now, because I really am having, this is challenging every part of my mind, because I have never thought, not once, that trust could be the main idea. I only assumed that trust was action. You have to show me. You have to prove to me. I have to see if you're worthy. I have to see if you are someone that I want to give part of my life or all of my life to. And this whole time, asking someone to become what I am not creates mistrust. Anyway, so we're going to learn about this a little bit longer, because I want you to understand that trust is certainly a requirement of miracles, but not in the sense that you think it's a requirement for the other person or for God only to do what he's supposed to do and do all of these things. But we, the person receiving that miracle, we don't have to be a person of trust too. Y'all, anyway, I love it here. So happy Worthy Wednesday. Don't forget, I'm uploading all the videos to YouTube because Facebook is deleting all of them. It's so weird. Anyway, it's just all the changes with the social media platforms. But I'm going to tag our Facebook at the top so y'all can look at that. So anyway, I want to know if you're a person of trust. I'm not. But I'm working on it. I'll see y'all next week.